All right, guys. Going for a little ride. Got some things I need to talk about. All right, guys. So there's some things I need to talk about with my bike, where I'm at, and what's going on. So, Triumph After Sales has been sending me over to Fred Cummings Motorsports because they're the dealer that's here in town to look at the bike and to work on it. There's a contact over at Triumph After Sales that I've been dealing with. So the dude from Triumph After Sales, so Triumph After Sales is who you call when you have issues with the bike itself after the fact of buying it. They're supposed to be like the Triumph corporate like headquarters that you call when you need, you know, help with the bike after the sale. The dealer is responsible for selling you the bike, and basically if you take the bike in to do maintenance, that's what it seems like the dealer is responsible for. At least they're having to go to Fred Cummings because they're the local Triumph dealer. Even though it's not where I bought the bike from, they're fully aware of that, but that's where they want me to go to have the bike worked on. Now the bike's under full warranty, so any of the work that's being done is reimbursed to the dealership through Triumph's warranty claim. They file a warranty claim, they get reimbursed the money. Just like getting paid to work on a regular bike, no difference. Now, been having issues with the quick shifter still. I was waiting for the dude over there, Dennis, who has really done a lot of work and helped me out. There's really nothing bad I can say about that guy. He's great, like 100%. I got nothing bad I can say about that guy. He's done a lot to help me out, and I appreciate that guy. But they're saying that they are no longer willing to work on my bike. I guess they saw the videos and they said they're no longer willing to work on my bike. Now, in the videos, I basically just gave my review and posted our interactions. And if that's how bad your interactions make you look, then that's on you. So let me explain my whole experience with this dealership. So that's where I tried to buy my speed triple from. I didn't want to go out of town to buy my bike. I wanted to buy a bike from there. So I crashed the R6 and I was waiting on the insurance payout. I had gotten the total amount I was going to get, and I was waiting for the check to come in the mail in a week, or to be deposited in my bank account in about a week and a half. So I started looking for a bike. That way, as soon as I got the check, I can go and purchase it. You know, I wanted to get back out on a sport bike as soon as I could. So I go in there because I know that they have a couple of used Aprilia 210s. And I was like, hey, that's what my payout's going to be. That's what they're asking for. This looks like a perfect match for me. So I go in there to look at the bikes, and I wasn't approached by any salesman, but that's fine because I didn't want to waste their time. I wasn't ready to buy. This was just me kind of scouting out what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to waste their time until I was ready to buy it. So I go home and I talk to my wife about it, and I'm like, hey, well, come look at the bikes. You know, I want to get your opinion. There's a couple of them down there. I want to get your opinion on it. Well, you know, what do you think I should do? So I take her down there and we look at the bikes, and again, I'm not really approached, but that's fine because I wasn't ready to buy. My wife's the one that talked me out of buying the 210 and just said, hey, get the speed triple, you really want it, we can afford the payments, it's not a big deal, just go ahead, get the bike that you really, really want. So, okay, best wife ever, right? So we go home for a couple days mulled over. I get the check in my account and I go in to buy the bike. And I go up to him and start talking to one of the salesmen about the bike. And you know, I'm asking what's the best price they could do, yada yada yada. Going back and forth, you know. And all he keeps saying is, hey, when you're ready to buy the bike, come back and let me know. And he'd walk away from me. So then I walk back up to him and say, hey man, like, you know, this, that, and the other, I want to buy the bike. guy's like, yeah, whenever you're serious, you know, come back. And so I'm like, dude, what's going on? You know, so I kind of leave it alone. I'm sitting looking at the bike. Go up to another salesman, it's the same thing. He says, yeah, dude, like, here's my card, just call me when you're ready. We'll set something up for you. I'm like, dude, like, how hard is it for me to give you guys my money right now? Like, just take my money and give me a damn bike. So they wouldn't do it. And so I got the bike down in LA, which I'm glad I didn't buy from them because I found a hell of a good deal on the bike. So the bike has some issues with the dash. The dealer in LA picks it up. They, you know, they're nothing but great. They're literally the #1 Triumph dealership in the United States, and I can see why. And so they helped me out, fix that. And now I'm still having issues with the quick shifter. And so I contact Triumph after sales because I don't want to be without a bike. You know, I'm paying for a bike that I'm not riding, and I'm having issues at this point. And they're like, well, where do you let us in Bakersfield? I said, the dealer I bought it from, you know, 2.5 hours away. And they're like, well, just go, yeah, we'll go do it today. Here, they're like, we'll go there. So I take the bike in there, and that's the video where the guy is sitting there telling me he doesn't even want to work on the bike. He's telling me that he's a sales, no, he's not the sales. He's telling me that he's a service manager, this, that, and the other. Come to find out that he's not even a mechanic. He's not the service manager. Hell is being rude to me. And so, you know, I made a complaint about him. Like, it's not cool. So, what do we got here? Jixer. So long story short, the bike's dropped off, it gets worked on, and then I go back, and Dennis is the one that helped me, and I meet Dennis, and hey, Dennis is great. You know, and I was honest with him. I told him how the guy is. I told him about the reputation here in town. Like that, Fred Cummings, I wish that I could just go up to bikers and interview them, because literally everyone will tell you that that dealer, they've had a horrible experience there. One way or another, whether it was ordering parts, this, that, or the other, like, they've had horrible experiences there. I don't know what's up with that place, but horrible experiences. And that's from a lot of people. Basically everyone I've ever talked to. I've never talked to somebody who said they've had a good experience there. I've never talked to someone who was like, oh, Fred Cummings, they're great. It's always been like, oh man, dude, that place, this, that, and the other, they're horrible, yada, yada, yada. So, you know, that's how they are. It's not just me, that's how they treat everybody, apparently. So I guess because of those videos and everything, they no longer want to work on the bike, and they no longer want, and then they're refusing to do the safety recall, which is on the bike. And now any other Triumph dealer is about 2 hours away, and honestly, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even mind going to another dealer. But here's the thing about that. If they're really that upset about the interactions that we've had, then they should do better to make themselves look good. Because anybody can post a review. And me making the video is no different than posting a review. You know, I'm a very sarcastic person, so I've made some jokes here or there, you know, for entertainment purposes. Those are just jokes. If they can't see that there are some jokes made, then that's on them. But because of the refusal and because of Triumph having me take it there, now I got some things going on. So I'll be giving some updates as they come out, but we'll see what's going on. The law about safety recalls is the dealership has to fix it. It's a federal law that if there's a safety recall, they have to fix it. Now they can refuse it, but most times what happens is you get the lemon law where the manufacturer has to buy the bike back from you because the bike's garbage and they don't want to fix it. So we'll see what happens. But I did get someone that watched Alex tell me about the shop down in Orange County, and I already contacted them. So I'm gonna go down there and see what they can do. They already seem really cool. I think it's OC Motorcycles. Talked to the guy on the phone. His name's Clint. He seemed really nice, really cool. Told me to basically be able to get me in whenever I could just show up, and they could get me in, put me to the front of the line, because it's not going to take that long. They could plug it in. They said they'll plug in the bike and figure out what the problem is. I told him there's no error code showing. He said just because there's no error code on the dash doesn't mean that there's an error code in the bike. So he said he should be able to figure it out, and he'll run the diagnostics. He'll send in the claim to Triumph and get me the order the parts. Then I can go back down there when the parts are in and have him fix it for me. So I'll be taking a trip down to Orange County, it sounds like. Anyways, this is what I've been dealing with, guys. I guess it came from I guess the owner watched the video. It came from him that he doesn't want them to work on the bike.
Oh shit, the owner?
Yeah.
So Fred Cummings?
Yeah, Fred Cummings. Yeah. There's not, I've never ran into someone who was like, oh yeah, Fred Cummings is so cool. It's always, oh man, dude, Fred Cummings, da-da-da, this, that, and the other sucks. Yeah, you were trying to just order a fucking speaker and they were being dicks to you, weren't they? You were trying to order that Gixxer 600 sticker and they were being dicks, weren't they? I don't even know if I trust them to work on my bike anymore. And I do really like the bike when it's working properly. Yeah. But I already talked to the dude down in Orange County, and that guy was like, he was like, yeah, dude, just fucking, because I heard that these guys are legit and they already know how to fix the bikes down there. They already know what the problems are. He was like, yeah, dude, just come down anytime. He's like, we'll squeeze you in because it's not going to take that long. We'll hook it up to the computer and run the diagnostics and see what well, they're like, we'll see what errors it's throwing. I was like, well, there's no error code on the bike. He said, just because there's not one on the dash doesn't mean there's not one in the system. Such a long corner. See that shit, bro?
Well, I almost fucking got hit.
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking, dude. I didn't fucking see that old man.
Oh, I didn't see that car either. I was looking at the fucking wreck site.
Oh my god, bro.
Dude, yeah. So I like hitting the weeds, but not the bush that I hit. On yeah, back in the late 90s and the early 2000s. Shit you definitely couldn't say nowadays. I'm not. Not on that one. I just don't like that downhill. I rode it. It doesn't want you to let off the gas at all. It wants you to keep on. I know, me too. But we've gotten better. I can't figure out this corner. I can do it in this direction, but not in the other direction. It like dips in and goes back out and dips in and goes back out. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for coming along and listening to me ramble about my experiences over there. You know, if you guys, I can answer any questions about that Fred Cummings experience. Every bit of it was horrible. Hopefully they take this as a learning experience. They have a horrible reputation in town. It's the truth, man. Thanks for coming along for the ride, though. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment, but most importantly subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.